One-room schoolhouses are becoming increasingly rare across New Hampshire. Driving through towns and villages today, you might spot a few dotting the countryside, many converted into private homes, commercial spaces, or historical society buildings. It's hard to imagine that there were once dozens of them, sometimes 8, 10, or more one-room schoolhouses in a single town. This listing highlights a pair of historic schoolhouses in the Lakes region, the 2-room School Street School in Farmington and the 1-room Madison Corner School. Both communities, located along Route 16, share a commitment to saving these irreplaceable landmarks. Farmington was once a booming industrial town. With the arrival of the railroad in the mid-19th century, the shoe industry thrived, and by 1919, Farmington was the largest shoe manufacturing town in New Hampshire. The School Street School, built in 1859, is the only surviving schoolhouse still owned by the school district. Nearly all others were lost to fire, demolition, or heavy renovation. By 1885, most of the 16 school districts, not all had school buildings, had been consolidated, and by the 1920s, only a few schoolhouses remained. The School Street building was finally closed in 1952, when a new elementary school was constructed nearby. The School Street School still stands on its original foundation. Though altered in the 1920s and again in the 1950s, it retains its historic character. Today, however, it is vacant and deteriorating. The roof, clapboards, and windows all need urgent repair, and there is the looming threat of demolition if sold for development. Volunteers from the Farmington Historical Society, along with school board members, are rallying to save the building and find a new community use. A listing on the New Hampshire State Register in 2020 marked the first step toward that goal. In contrast, the town of Madison, named for President James Madison, was a quieter farming community that later became known for its natural beauty, attracting tourists to Purity Springs, the Madison Boulder, and nearby trails. Listed on the National Register, the Madison Corner School, also known as District 1 School, was built in 1835 and is the only surviving town-owned schoolhouse of the 9 that once served the community. Centrally located, it also served as a meetinghouse for townspeople through much of the 19th century. After primary grades moved out in the mid-20th century, it became the town and school library, then once again served as a classroom for music and media until 2009. Since then, it has been closed and used for storage, somewhat forgotten, which has exacerbated exterior deferred maintenance and a later discovered water problem in the basement. While the water flow was stopped, the moisture caused mold and mildew to grow. But the story doesn't end there. In 2024, a town warrant article proposed demolishing the building. Instead, Madison voters overwhelmingly chose to save it, forming the Madison Corner School Preservation Committee. Municipal funds have since been committed to a capital reserve, and fundraising is underway. The vision is to rehabilitate the building, which includes ADA compliancy, as a community center for arts and culture, once again a place where townspeople can gather. Together, the School Street School in Farmington and the Corner School in Madison represent both the challenges and the opportunities of preserving New Hampshire's historic schoolhouses. With community determination, these buildings can move from endangered to enduring landmarks open to the public once again.